In the depths of our oceans lurk creatures as strange as they are deadly. Imagine the venomous strike of a stonefish or the lightning-fast 40 miles per hour attack of a needlefish. These aren't just odd encounters. They're underwater assassins you won't see coming until it's too late. Here are the 20 most dangerous fish known to have killed humans. Number 20. Silver-cheeked toadfish. The silver-cheeked toadfish, known scientifically as Lagocephalus celeratus, was an unwelcome immigrant to the Mediterranean Sea, making its way through the Suez Canal. Originating from the Indo-Pacific, this tropical species has since become a significant threat, spreading rapidly along European coastlines from Turkey to Croatia. Its invasion has led to considerable ecological disruption and, alarmingly, human fatalities. More than just a nuisance, the silver-cheeked toadfish carries tetrodotoxin, a powerful neurotoxin. Even a minuscule amount of this toxin can lead to severe neurological shutdown in humans. Beyond its toxicity, the fish's aggressive proliferation is devastating native marine ecosystems and causing damage to fishing equipment with its strong bite. In an effort to curb its spread, nations like Cyprus have implemented EU-backed initiatives, offering financial incentives to fishers for every 2.2 pounds of the invasive species they remove. Despite these concerted efforts, the silver-cheeked toadfish continues to expand its range, with recent sightings reported as far north as Croatia's Murin Bay. Number 19. Bearded ghoul. Does a creature named the bearded ghoul evoke a sense of a pleasant encounter in the wild? Likely not. While Inimicus didactylus may not be a widely recognized name, this venomous ambush predator poses a genuine threat in its underwater habitat. The bearded ghoul spends its time largely buried in sand or mud. Its appearance is perfectly camouflaged to mimic a piece of the ocean floor. However, approach too closely, and its toxic barbs can penetrate the skin, delivering a sting that results in intense pain, significant tissue damage, and if left untreated, potential paralysis. Belonging to the same family as the notorious stonefish and scorpion fish, its potency is not to be underestimated. Its venom serves not just for defense, but also as a crucial survival tool within the competitive environment of reef life. With its eerie, finger-like pectoral fins, it walks along the seabed, slowly creeping through the sand like a creature from a nightmare. While the bearded ghoul's sting rarely proves fatal to humans, it can certainly necessitate hospitalization. Local residents and divers in its habitat are well aware of the precautions. Avoid probing around rocks or disturbing the seabed unless you're prepared to test your pain threshold. Number 18. Houndfish. Sometimes the most dangerous fish aren't those lurking in the abyssal depths, but rather those that launch themselves directly at you. The houndfish, Tylosaurus crocodilus, may not be venomous or possess immense size, yet it has earned a deadly reputation for its sudden and forceful attacks. Its danger lies in a combination of speed, sharp teeth, and a remarkably pointed snout. This elongated, needle-shaped fish inhabits tropical waters worldwide and is typically docile until it isn't. At night, when artificial lights illuminate the water, houndfish can become disoriented. In this state, they have been known to hurl themselves towards the surface directly at anything in their trajectory. This includes unsuspecting divers, swimmers, and even individuals standing on boats. These fish don't merely collide, they spear. With their pointed jaws and considerable momentum, they are capable of inflicting deep wounds and severe injuries. Houndfish can exceed 5 feet in length and are equipped with razor-sharp teeth that enable them to hunt smaller fish with incredible speed. While they do not actively hunt humans, these accidental collisions are far from trivial, particularly when the fish propels itself out of the water like an aquatic missile. Number 17. Irukandji jellyfish. Among the ocean's most formidable predators, some of the deadliest aren't sharks or colossal squids, but creatures barely the size of a fingernail. The Irukandji jellyfish, a diminutive and translucent organism, delivers a punch far exceeding its minuscule stature. Predominantly found in the warm coastal waters of northern Australia, this tiny cnidarian has gained notoriety as one of the most venomous marine animals globally. Its sting is notoriously brutal, with victims frequently describing it as pure agony. The symptoms are so severe that they have been collectively termed Irukandji syndrome: excruciating muscle cramps, incessant vomiting, dangerously high blood pressure, and an overwhelming sense of impending doom. These effects are no exaggeration. The pain has been known to reduce adults to pleading for mercy. What makes the Irukandji particularly terrifying is the subtlety of its initial sting. Often the contact is so faint that individuals don't realize they've been stung until the full onset of symptoms, which can manifest up to 30 minutes later. It is at this point that the severe distress begins. Researchers are still actively investigating why such a small jellyfish has evolved such potent venom. The Irukandji is not to be trifled with, and Australian beach safety officials treat this threat with the utmost seriousness, frequently closing entire beaches during jellyfish season. Number 16. Devil scorpion fish. Every step taken near a coral reef presents the possibility of encountering an ambush predator that remains entirely unseen. This is the realm of the devil scorpion fish. Scientifically known as Scorpionopsis diaboli, this venomous fish is a master of blending into its surroundings, making it a formidable threat in plain sight. The devil scorpion fish doesn't actively seek confrontation. However, disturbance or accidental contact can quickly turn a pleasant day into a painful ordeal. Along its dorsal fin, this fish possesses venomous spines that deliver a sting, causing intense pain, significant swelling, and in severe cases, respiratory difficulties, and even paralysis. Its remarkable camouflage allows it to merge seamlessly with the ocean floor, rocks, and coral, appearing as just another part of the reef. Divers, swimmers, and fishers frequently fail to spot it until it's too late. When threatened, this creature will not hesitate to deploy its potent defense system. While the devil scorpion fish primarily uses its camouflage to ambush smaller fish for food, this very disguise makes it dangerously hazardous to humans. One misstep and you could be facing one of the most agonizing envenomations in the marine world. Number 15. Silky shark. Imagine swimming in open water when a shadow glides silently beside you. It might be the silky shark, Carcharinus falciformis, a sleek and dangerous predator. Though less notorious than the great white or bull shark, the silky shark is responsible for several human fatalities and is far more dangerous than its soft-sounding name implies. Named for its smooth, glossy skin, this shark moves with incredible speed and stealth. Reaching lengths of up to 11 feet, it has long fins, razor-sharp teeth, and heightened senses that allow it to close in on divers or spearfishers without warning. Unlike other sharks that display warning behaviors, silky sharks are known to strike suddenly and unpredictably. Often seen in groups, they're frequently attracted to fishing boats by the scent of bait and wounded fish. While attacks are rare, they can be severe and life-threatening. In the deep ocean, encountering one demands respect. This predator means business. Number 14. Red lionfish. It's easy to be captivated by the red lionfish, Pterois volitans, with its elegant fins, vivid stripes, and slow, mesmerizing movements. But beneath its stunning appearance lies a dangerous and destructive force. Native to the Indo-Pacific, this fish has become a highly invasive species across the Atlantic and Caribbean, primarily due to accidental aquarium releases. The lionfish is armed with venomous spines that can deliver painful stings to humans. Victims often experience intense burning pain, swelling, nausea, and in severe cases, fainting. Over 40,000 sting incidents are reported each year. Yet, the sting is just one part of its threat. The lionfish is a relentless predator, consuming juvenile fish and crustaceans at an alarming rate. In invaded ecosystems, it has severely disrupted coral reef communities by decimating native species and upsetting the natural balance. What makes matters worse is its lack of natural predators outside its home range, allowing its population to explode unchecked. Conservationists now organize targeted culling efforts to manage its spread, as conventional methods have proven largely ineffective. Beautiful but deadly, the red lionfish is a striking reminder that appearance can be deceiving and, in the case of this invasive predator, dangerously so. Number 13. Caribbean reef shark. Could the Caribbean reef shark be the one you never saw coming? Carcharinus parisi is not the largest shark in the ocean, but in the warm waters of the Caribbean, it stands as one of the apex predators and has had dangerously close encounters with humans on more than a few occasions. These sleek, powerful sharks frequently patrol coral reefs, especially near drop-offs and ledges. They are naturally curious and will often swim close to divers, sometimes circling before making a decision as to whether you pose a threat or can simply be ignored. Most of the time, they maintain their distance. However, if they feel cornered or threatened in the water, the situation can change rapidly. Their teeth are designed for slicing with serrated edges angled to tear through flesh. Not precisely something you want to test. Unlike some reef sharks that might flee at the first sign of a human, Caribbean reef sharks may linger or even approach due to their inquisitiveness. This confidence coupled with their size and strength transforms any close encounter into a gamble. Number 12. Zebra lionfish. Have you recently admired a zebra lionfish? With its striking stripes and elaborate fins, it appears more akin to a living work of art than a perilous marine creature. However, make no mistake, Dendrochirus zebra is not merely for aesthetic display. This captivating species possesses venom capable of inflicting significant harm if one is not cautious. The zebra lionfish typically inhabits coral reefs, moving deliberately and staying close to the substrate. Should it feel threatened, it will rapidly display its sharp venomous spines and retaliate. A single sting can lead to intense pain, localized inflammation, and in some instances nausea or respiratory distress. While it is not inherently aggressive towards humans, this does not diminish its potential to cause harm. Aquarium enthusiasts are even advised to have emergency contact numbers readily accessible in case of accidental envenomation during tank maintenance. Such is the seriousness of its sting. Unlike its cousin, the red lionfish, the zebra lionfish is not known for causing widespread ecological disruption. Nevertheless, it commands respect, particularly from divers and collectors who might approach too closely. The primary danger from the zebra lionfish stems not from an intentional attack, but from inadvertent contact. Number 11. Greater weaver. This unassuming little fish has been the source of significant distress for beachgoers across Europe. Trachonistraco, more commonly known as the greater weaver, stands as one of the most venomous fish in the Mediterranean, possessing a sting far more potent than its size suggests. Found in sandy shallows along coastlines stretching from the UK to the Adriatic Sea, the greater weaver typically spends its time buried in the seafloor with only its eyes and spiny dorsal fin protruding. This seemingly docile behavior belies its danger, particularly when an unsuspecting individual steps on it barefoot. It is at this moment that its venom-laden spines activate, delivering instantaneous searing pain, rapid swelling, and in more severe cases, respiratory difficulties or cardiac issues. Encounters most frequently occur when people are enjoying a casual beach day, wading in knee-deep water, or swimming close to the shore. Every summer, hospitals and coastal towns experience a surge in cases, many involving tourists unaware of the concealed threat lurking beneath the sand. While fatalities from a greater weaver sting are exceedingly rare, the pain it inflicts is legendary. Some victims describe it as more agonizing than a bee sting, likening the sensation to their foot being engulfed in flames. Hot water application can help to denature the venom, but if left untreated, the debilitating symptoms can persist for days. Number 10. Ocellated waspfish. Would you expect a waspfish to be loud or aggressive? Think again. The ocellated waspfish, Etapcus maculatus, doesn't make a scene, but it certainly knows how to leave a lasting impression. Its appearance might initially be misleading. With long, wing-like pectoral fins and a spotted body, it presents a calm, almost fragile demeanor. However, this is merely a deceptive facade. Concealed within those seemingly delicate fins are venomous spines that can deliver a painful sting if stepped on or handled. The resulting pain is sharp, burning, and undeniably debilitating. The true danger of the ocellated waspfish lies in its stealth. It is not an active swimmer, preferring instead to bury itself in the sand, remaining barely visible until an unfortunate encounter occurs. Given its non-aggressive nature, most stings are entirely accidental, typically occurring when someone wades through shallow water without realizing what lies beneath their feet. Residents in its native habitat are well aware of the need to tread carefully and remain vigilant for any unusual movements along the ocean floor. So, while it may not be flashy or fast, the ocellated waspfish employs a long-game strategy, waiting, hiding, and stinging when least expected. In the ocean, it's often the quiet ones that demand the most caution. Number 9. Laced moray. Can a fish really take off part of your arm with a single bite? In the case of the laced moray eel, Gymnothorax faviginus, the answer is alarmingly yes. Growing over 8 feet long, this massive eel is as dangerous as it is mesmerizing. With bold black and white patterns resembling lace, often lurking deep within rocky crevices, it ambushes prey with shocking speed and force. Though not aggressive by nature, the laced moray is highly territorial and reacts violently if provoked or surprised. This bite is no ordinary one. These eels possess a terrifying anatomical feature, a second set of jaws called pharyngeal jaws that shoot forward from their throat to seize and drag prey inward. This unique adaptation, rare among vertebrates, gives the moray a brutal feeding advantage and makes escaping its grip extremely difficult. While not venomous, the real danger comes from the power of their bite and the high risk of infection from bacteria in their mouths. Divers have reported losing fingers and suffering deep wounds after getting too close. Although fatalities are extremely rare, in certain scenarios, especially in deep waters or during unexpected encounters, their bite could prove life-threatening. With the laced moray, one mistake can lead to a devastating injury. Number 8. Estuarine stonefish. Few things can ruin a beach day faster than stepping on the world's most venomous fish without even seeing it. Meet the estuarine stonefish, Synencia horrida, a master of disguise and a serious threat hidden in the shallow waters of the Indo-Pacific. With skin that mimics rough rocks and coral, the stonefish blends perfectly into the ocean floor, making it nearly invisible to unsuspecting swimmers. When stepped on, its dorsal spines shoot upward, injecting venom that causes unbearable pain, rapid swelling, and in severe cases, life-threatening complications. The venom targets both the nervous and cardiovascular systems, and victims often compare the pain to gunshot wounds or worse. Stonefish aren't aggressive, They lie motionless, relying on camouflage and striking only in self-defense. That's why beachgoers in places like Australia are warned to shuffle your feet to avoid triggering a strike. While hot water immersion can reduce the venom's effects, immediate medical care and antivenom are crucial. With this fish, prevention is key because one wrong step can turn a peaceful swim into a medical emergency. Number 7. Orcas. One of the ocean's most formidable predators isn't a shark, it's the orca or killer whale, a highly intelligent and social mammal with a fearsome reputation. Despite their friendly name, orcas are apex predators with exceptional hunting skills. While attacks on humans are extremely rare, recent encounters have raised concerns due to their increasing boldness. Orcas demonstrate remarkable intelligence, using coordinated strategies to hunt and even passing techniques down through generations. Some pods, for example, have mastered the art of flipping sharks upside down to induce tonic immobility, rendering them helpless. In recent years, orcas have been reported ramming boats and tearing off rudders, a behavior that appears deliberate, not random. Scientists are still investigating why these incidents are on the rise. Some believe it's due to curiosity. Others point to learned behavior within pods or even retaliation linked to past experiences. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear: orcas are not mindless performers. In the wild, they are powerful, calculating creatures, firmly in control of their ocean realm. Number 6. Tambaqui. Would you believe that one of the Amazon's most dangerous freshwater fish has no venom or fangs, just a mouthful of disturbingly human-like teeth? Meet the tambaqui, Callosoma macropomum, a hefty relative of the piranha that looks harmless at first glance. But don't be fooled. This bite is strong enough to break fingers. Reaching lengths of up to 3 feet and weighing over 65 pounds, the tambaqui is a muscular, tank-like fish. Its powerful jaws are adapted to crush tough nuts and fruits that fall into the river, a key part of its diet. That same crushing force can cause serious injuries, especially to those who get too close during feeding or while handling them in captivity. While not naturally aggressive toward humans, tambaqui can become bold and unpredictable in enclosed environments. Their flat, human-like teeth are perfect for grinding. But when their jaws snap shut, the damage is anything but ordinary. Don't let their vegetarian label fool you. This fish bites hard and it bites fast. Now it's time for today's topic. In February 2025, a group of professional cage divers off the coast of Port Lincoln, South Australia, found themselves in what many are calling the most shocking marine encounter ever recorded. The team, led by marine biologist Dr. Rachel Houghton and shark expert Liam Fraser, was filming great whites for a National Geographic documentary when their sonar detected something unusually massive approaching from the depths. Moments later, the water around them shifted as an enormous shark emerged, dwarfing their cage and the 21-foot research vessel Endeavour. Measuring an estimated 65 feet in length, the creature's sheer size and scarred body left the team in disbelief. Its movements were slow but deliberate, with a jaw width larger than the entire cage structure. Dr. Houghton's team managed to capture several minutes of footage before the shark made a sudden lunge at the cage, denting one of the titanium bars. The divers were pulled up immediately as the crew above panicked, losing sight of the creature in the dark blue beneath. Experts reviewing the footage suggest this may not be a known species, but possibly a surviving offshoot of Carcharocles megalodon, the prehistoric apex predator thought extinct for millions of years. Whatever it was, it's still out there. Number 5. Kangaroo. So, you're enjoying a refreshing dip in the Amazon, soaking in the serene ambience. Seems entirely harmless, right? Not when the kangaroo is present. Vandellia serosa, also known as the toothpick fish, may be diminutive, but it has earned a notorious reputation for one incredibly unsettling reason that has cemented its place on this deadly roster. This tiny parasite doesn't require size to be dangerous. It typically targets the gills of larger fish, slipping in unnoticed to feed on blood like a finned vampire. However, what truly propelled the kangaroo into legend is the chilling claim that it can swim upstream into a human urine stream and embed itself inside the urethra. Once inside, its backward-facing spines lock it firmly in place, meaning surgical removal is usually the only recourse. This scenario is absolute nightmare fuel. While scientists have debated the frequency of such occurrences, Amazonian locals do not take chances. Regardless of its rarity, the mere concept of a needle-thin fish executing such a surreptitious attack is sufficient to make anyone reconsider river swimming. This fish does not hunt humans for sport, but being in the wrong place at the wrong time can transform a casual swim into an unforgettable and utterly undesirable experience. Number 4. Surgeonfish. Have you ever watched a vibrant, peaceful fish dart past while snorkeling near a coral reef? If it was a surgeonfish, you were closer to danger than you might think. Belonging to the Acanthuridae family, these brilliantly colored reef fish may appear calm, but they're armed with sharp, scalpel-like spines near the base of their tail, hence the name surgeonfish. normally kept flush against their bodies. These spines snap out in a flash if the fish feels threatened. In one recorded incident near Maui, a diver brushed too close to a school of surgeonfish and felt what he described as a clean slice, like a paper cut underwater. When he surfaced, blood streamed from a gash deep enough to require stitches. Marine biologists studying these fish have observed that their tail slashes are not random. They often aim precisely toward the intruder's hand or limb. Some species, like the Achilles tang, are especially territorial and will patrol the same reef crevice daily, attacking anything that enters their zone. Even seasoned aquarists report sudden injuries when cleaning tanks, describing how fast the defensive strike can happen, often before they realize they've been cut. A quick whip of the tail can cause deep, clean cuts, sometimes severe enough to damage tendons or arteries. Divers and aquarium handlers are often caught off guard by these hidden blades. Although surgeonfish are not venomous or inherently aggressive, they are highly territorial, especially in tight reef spaces. Get too close and they will defend themselves swiftly and effectively. While they don't attack humans unprovoked, accidental injuries are common and can become serious due to bacteria in ocean water, which may cause infections if wounds aren't properly treated. Their dazzling appearance may draw you in, but don't be fooled. Whether in the wild or a tank, surgeonfish should be admired from a respectful distance. Their beauty conceals a defense mechanism as precise as it is dangerous. Number 3. Needlefish. Never underestimate a fish just because it's slender and inconspicuous, especially if it can transform into a 40-mile-per-hour torpedo equipped with a built-in spear. The needlefish, belonging to the Balanidae family, are sleek, silver-bodied fish built for incredible speed. However, it's their propensity for surprise airborne attacks that has cemented their deadly reputation. In 2018, a tragic accident in Thailand made headlines when a young boy was struck in the neck by a leaping needlefish, dying instantly from the impact. Similar incidents have been recorded in the Pacific Islands, where fishermen working with flashlights at night have been impaled through their arms or faces. These fish don't discriminate. They can travel in schools, and when startled, dozens can launch into the air at once, turning a calm sea into a deadly barrage of living spears. Military divers have also reported near misses, with needlefish darting past like underwater bullets. In one infamous case, a U.S. Navy diver's helmet visor was cracked by one of these fish during a night exercise in Micronesia. Scientists believe their streamlined bodies and torpedo-like snouts evolved not only for hunting but as an instinctive escape response to sudden light or motion. The faster the trigger, the more explosive their reaction. Most of the time, needlefish are harmless, gracefully zipping just below the surface in tropical and subtropical waters. But when startled by boats, flashlights, or splashing, they can panic and launch themselves out of the water like flying arrows. This is when the danger escalates. These fish possess long, pointed jaws filled with sharp teeth. At high speeds, they can pierce through flesh, muscle, and even bone. Unlike sharks or jellyfish, needlefish are not attempting to attack. They are simply reacting rapidly to perceived threats. The danger arises from being in the wrong place at the wrong time, particularly at night or in murky waters where visibility is compromised. Number 2. Rabbit fish. How could a fish called a rabbit fish be dangerous? The name sounds harmless, even cute, but don't be fooled. Rabbit fish, members of the Saganidae family, are equipped with venomous spines capable of delivering hours of intense pain. Commonly found in the Indo-Pacific, these brightly colored algae-grazing fish have a peaceful appearance. In regions like the Philippines and Indonesia, divers often refer to them as silent stingers, because one wrong move while spearfishing can lead to agonizing pain. There's even a legend among local fishermen that the rabbitfish's sting can make a grown man weep before the pain fades. The venom they carry is similar in composition to that of stonefish, powerful enough to cause muscle spasms and temporary paralysis in severe cases. In rare documented incidents, victims have fainted from the shock of the sting, prompting emergency rescues. Scientists studying the fish's toxin discovered it contains a unique protein blend that triggers the body's pain receptors more intensely than most marine stings. Despite this, rabbitfish remain an important part of many coastal diets, particularly when handled and cleaned properly. Even the act of catching one requires skill. Many seasoned fishermen use long-handled nets or wear thick gloves to avoid contact with the spines. However, hidden in their dorsal and pelvic fins are sharp, venom-laced spines used purely for defense. While they're not aggressive and don't attack humans, accidental stings often occur when they're mishandled or caught in fishing nets. Many coastal fishermen know the sting well and handle rabbitfish with great care. Though not typically life-threatening, the pain is severe and can lead to swelling, nausea, or infection if not properly treated. No antivenom exists, and hot water immersion is often the only relief. Despite their gentle looks and herbivorous diet, rabbitfish are a vivid reminder that beauty in the ocean often hides a sting. Number 1. Swordfish. What fish wields a natural sword as both a hunting implement and a lethal defensive weapon? That would be the swordfish Xiphias gladius. Renowned for its elongated, pointed bill, the swordfish can exceed 10 feet in length and achieve speeds approaching 60 miles per hour in short bursts. This formidable sword is not merely for display. It is sharp, robust, and designed to precisely slash through schools of fish with lightning speed. Divers who have encountered swordfish in open water describe them as ghostly silver missiles, capable of vanishing into the blue in an instant. There have been several recorded cases of swordfish ramming boats, their bills piercing wooden hulls and even steel plating. In 1960, one such fish reportedly drove its sword clean through a 4-inch thick oak plank of a British ship, embedding it so deep it had to be sawn off. Scientists believe these charges may be a panic reaction, though fishermen say it looks more like deliberate retaliation. In some regions, swordfish are so feared that local legends claim they can sink small vessels outright. Their strength comes from an incredibly dense muscle structure and a specialized organ near the eyes that warms their brain, enhancing speed and accuracy. When the light catches them underwater, their metallic skin gleams like polished chrome, beautiful but deadly. However, when cornered or provoked, the swordfish has been known to employ the same weapon against humans. While not inherently aggressive, once hooked or otherwise provoked, swordfish transform into aquatic torpedoes. This incredible power, combined with their distinctive sword-like bill, makes them one of the very few fish in the ocean capable of literally stabbing a human. Consequently, while highly prized for sport and culinary purposes, swordfish demand utmost respect. When confronting this sleek predator, you are not simply fishing. You are squaring off against one of the ocean's most formidable duelists. Thanks for watching. If this list surprised you, be sure to hit like, subscribe for more wild creatures, and drop a comment below. What's the scariest fish you'd never want to encounter underwater?